Libor was born in 1986 and stands for London Interbank Offered Rate. It is the rate at which banks estimate that they could borrow from each other. The rate is calculated for 10 different currencies over 15 different borrowing periods at about 11 a.m. in London every weekday morning. It is overseen by the British Bankers Association. Many banks contribute to the calculation of the rates. They do this by giving the level at which they can raise funds from other banks. An average of the rates is then calculated after the highest and the lowest estimates are excluded. In the case of the dollar Libor rate, 18 banks are involved in the process. So why is Libor such a big deal? Other internationally used interest rates are calculated in other financial centers, but Libor is generally seen as the largest and the most useful, and is used as the basis for other loans, savings, mortgages, and even derivatives. These are estimated to total as much as $350 trillion. In fact, most of us have probably conducted a financial transaction based on Libor at some time in our lives. The Libor scandal erupted back in April 2008 when the Wall Street Journal started writing a series of articles about how the benchmark appeared to be unreliable. Since then, it has become clear that traders were trying to manipulate the rates to suit themselves. Why did they do that? Multiple reasons. For example, after the financial crisis blew up, some banks wanted to understate the rates they actually had to pay other banks in order to conceal their financial problems. Submitting lower rates would suggest that they were more healthy. Or at other times, participating banks would collude with each other to fix rates at levels that would help their own positions in the market. And the benefits? Well, those involved in the market have suggested that a 0.01% rate difference in Libor could mean a couple of $1 million one way or another in interest. And now, there is an ongoing investigation by regulators on both sides of the Atlantic. The scandal has already cost Barclays $450 million, as well as its CEO Bob Diamond's head, and UBS has settled for $1.5 billion. Also, a review of the way Libor is conducted has recommended that the job of overseeing the rate calculation be taken away from the BBA. Also, that more banks become involved in calculating the rates, and that Libor rates be dropped from some thinly traded currencies. The thing to remember is that the Libor scandal is big and could still get a lot bigger.